One of the things that attracted me to working for FAIR was the emphasis that they have placed since the 80s on language. There are effects, there are issues. This is complicated. What immigration policy serves the national interest? We've been discussing, people on our issue in the movement, how to describe this, because language is careful. And usually the term people are using is removal by attrition. Some of the wags have called it removal by U-Haul.
19 out of the 20 fastest growing occupations don't require college educations. Very big concern among local businesses, who's going to do the work when the baby boom generation starts retiring. A lot of people move here from other parts of the country because we actually have more jobs than people in the Washington area. We can't feed the workforce by the people who live here. 300,000 people a day drive into the Washington area to go to work who don't live here. They live in Baltimore, they live in Winchester, they live south of Spotsylvania County. The U.S. Department of Labor has said that we're going to be 10 million workers short by 2010. Well, there are estimates that we have 10 or 11 million undocumented workers here. Well, if we lose them, we're going to be 20 million workers short. So we should accept the fact that we need workers, and then we should figure out how to get them. And the United States has always been good at attracting workers to come here from other countries. That's how we got here.
No one, the classic quotation from Senator Edward Kennedy, no one expected and no one ever claimed that the 65 Act would lead to this historic and unprecedented entry of foreign persons into the country, both legally and illegally. Senator Kennedy, I think he said, it won't change the numbers, only a few people will come in, and I give you my solemn promise. These were the terms he used at the time. It's entirely irrelevant to the ethnic makeup of the country.
We find around the country, those areas with dynamic economies have dynamic populations. It's hard to find any dynamic economy where everybody's the same. And the biggest difference, those economies where they have a wide variety of cultures, a diverse population, where they tolerate this diversity, are the most advanced. And so it's diversity and tolerance which really go hand in glove and create a strong economy.
I don't think diversity in itself is a value. It's something that you promote. It's something that's just, it's part of the human condition. And
but you would promote tolerance.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
And equality.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And tolerance, in a democratic society, is based on the rule of law.
What do you mean it's based on?
It's based on the rule of law. If people become intolerant because they suspect that other people, and they start with people, in the most simplest sort of way that look different from them, let's say, are behaving in a way or that breaks the rules. You can apply that analysis. You can apply that analysis to the English and the Indians in 17th century Virginia. They both the arguments they use is, well, we're going to do this because the other side is breaking the rules in some way. So
companies like to have. They find that people that get along with other people who are tolerant are more creative. They're not threatened by other people. They're freer thinkers. They're more productive. And in a high-tech economy, as we have in the Washington area, we're an information technology-based economy where you have people that get along with other people and they respect other people's rights and interests and cultures and backgrounds. Those people are open to new ideas. Our economy in the Washington area depends on people being able to find new solutions to difficult problems.
In our metro area, as a white person, I have been a very small minority for many years. I live in Prince George's County. We're down about 17% now.
What are you doing in Prince George's County?
I like it there. They have low taxes.
So you like diversity? I'm convinced.
It's not an issue, diversity. They're the people I associate with Americans. You have to, you don't. The novelty of it kind of wears off. I mean, it's just, but again, Prince William. Remember, the big factor is the rate and the scope of the change. I mean, this is a jurisdiction that is, in terms of demographic change, it is going through transitions, and so those are always, in every society and every period of history, points of conflict.
This isn't my field, but there are fields that are described as conflict resolution. There are people that know how to help people who are having marital problems. This is what this is. These are attitudinal. You have to learn how to appreciate the other person, understand what their situation is, understand what they offer you, and understand how you benefit from them, and how you might benefit from them if you let your guard down. So, it really takes a human resource person that knows how to work with people. But if you're sending home messages that these people are taking your jobs, they're threatening your neighborhoods, they're costing you money, you've got to stop that first, and then you have to do the reverse and say they are paying taxes. You have to have more voices saying they are paying taxes, they are doing work, they are making an important contribution to the local economy. We need them. And we should figure out how to keep them, how to integrate them into society, how to help them get green cards, how to make them citizens, like we've done for 200 years.
Immigrants, legal, non-legal, are rational beings. They're rational persons. They primarily will take the big step of tearing up the roots in the country they are, transporting themselves to a new society because they think it will provide either immediate benefits of some kind to them or to their children.
It's easy to assume, much better to assume, that people moving here, whether they're documented or undocumented, are highly motivated workers. I don't gloss over the legalities. We've got to fix that. But it's also an opportunity. And so I look at it as, I'm practical. If I can figure out a way to put more food on the table with what I have to work with and to make more of it, why not work for more food and instead of less food, which you send these people back, round them all up. Some people would love to do that, round up all the illegal immigrants, all of whatever number there are, 10 million, whatever the right number is, send them home. The stores would be empty. There'd be an enormous impact on the economy.
In this context of the laboratory of democracy, we're learning, as we go from state to state, and we say, well, we tried this, and would you like to try that? And they say, well, but we've got this issue in our state. Have you thought about it? We said, well, we haven't. And so hopefully there are going to be some lessons. Most of them good, some of them bad. There are going to be some failures. But from those lessons, when Congress finally decides to do something, they're going to have a much better information base.